Hi everyone, welcome back to the Cider Shed. I'm Chris at Cork and Crown, and I've got some cider to try, and it's a special cider that I've been putting off because I wasn't supposed to sell it until September. I can't remember which day. Currently we're in September the 6th, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to sell it yet or not. I need to check, but I've been waiting long enough to try it, so I thought, sod it, I'm going to taste it anyway. I can put this film up whenever I'm ready to put it up, but I thought, I want to taste it, so let's do the film. Right, so what is it? It's from Ross-on-Wye, and it's their Raison d'etre. There it is, the 2018 Raison d'etre. Can you see that? There you go. That looks better, doesn't it? There it is. So I think it's like a special blend they do each year. Wild ferment, oak casks. Let's read what it says in the bottle because they always put excellent information on the bottle. It's always worth reading. Raison d'etre is the quintessential expression of ourselves. The purest definition of what cider making means on our farm. This cider is bone dry, fermented in oak casks, and aged patiently and quietly before bottle conditioning. 2018 was an exceptional year for cider making. The hot summer meant that sugars, alcohol, and flavour intensity all skyrocketed. This is a special vintage. Cool. So let's open it up and try it. What's the ABV? Is it 8.4? Is it going to be 8.4? It's 8.4. They do like their 8.4 alcohol wines, don't they? Wines, ciders. I mean, it practically is a wine 8.4. I think that's why I said it. So let's open up this sucker. I haven't tried this. I've had 6 of them sitting in the case for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I've wanted to do this ever since then. Okay, so back to because of my dear departed small tasting glass, I now have a massive tasting glass, but I've actually ordered 6 more. They're going to arrive in a couple of days, so I'll be back to more sensible proportions at that time. Let's pour a bit out. Looks like it's a nice colour. So unfiltered, bottle conditioned, we know all that. Nice colour, actually. Yeah, nice colour. It's kind of it's not super. I can see my finger through it, so it's not super hazy, but it's unfiltered. It's got quite a gorgeous golden amber. It's bordering on amber. I'm just going to say it's just amber, just off gold to amber. Very nice. Looked great when it went into the glass. Looks like it's delicate bubbles, but bottle conditioned, not force carbonated. So expected to be somewhat, restrained on the carbonation front in terms of like the delicacy of the bubbles. So, Dabanet and Michelin. Let's try them. So Michelin was a varietal originally from France. It came over, and it was one of the most planted varietals in England at one point, I believe. Dabanet is one of the classic single variety apples. It makes great single variety. I expect this to be top notch. Okay, smell it. There's the funk. Absolutely smacks you in the face. Can't avoid it. And it's wonderful. And there's some hang on. Very faint aged apple in there. Ripe aged apple. Lots of funk. At one point I just got a fraction, just a minute hint of something like apricot is what I want to say. Perhaps. But yeah, funk's front and centre. Smells great though. Yeah, there's an apple just underneath there, sort of baked apple just underneath. Maybe a hint of tartatan just underneath. Yeah, my mouth's watering. So let's do this, shall we? Cheers. Nice tannin. Not super in your face, but it's there, solid. Just a little bit of astringency across the palate, across the roof of my mouth and my teeth. Hint of leatheriness in the back, because that's the hard tannin. Soft tannin gives you the astringency, hard tannin gives the leathery character. Really nice. Minerality, subtle fruit. It's really cold. It's going to change as it warms up. I know it is. I wish it was a little bit warmer. Getting a bit more fruit on the nose now. A little bit more coming through. Like freshly cut apple. Very low acid. But these are bittersweets, I assume. I can't remember. I think they're both bittersweets. So they're going to be low acid, more tannin and sugar. But the sugar's all gone bone dry. So plenty of fruit. So it's dry, but it's got plenty of fruit. And I feel like when it's got plenty of fruit to back up that leatheriness and the dryness, works great. Definite apple character, definite apple skin character to this. So I'm going to go back again. The funk on the nose is dissipating somewhat. It's still there. Nothing like it was when you first smelt it. You sometimes get that in cheeses, like big like cheddars and so forth, particularly cheddars, Cheshires. I noticed a lot. Sometimes you get kind of a sulphurous character when you cut them, quite an egginess to them. You cut them, they'd sit there for a bit, and that would just kind of like dissipate, and then it would diminish. I feel like that's happening with this cider. Some kind of thing that happens with large format British cheeses. This is a nice cider indeed. Lovely, delicious, fruity, round, balanced, minerality. Enough fruit to balance the tannin. Nice carbonation. It's there, but it's gentle. It's just like a prickle on the tongue. You know, it's definitely fizzy, but it's not too much. It's good. I don't like too much fizz in my beverages, particularly ciders. Masks flavour, but in anything really. And I think it's going to open up and evolve in the glass quite a lot. And it was worth waiting for. It was worth waiting for. I like it. I want to have some cheese with it actually, because that tannin element. I want to have some. Should have got some of that pitchfork out of the fridge that I was tasting the other day with the blue in. That would go great with this. Maybe not with the blue, the non-blue bits, but I've actually scoffed all the blue, so there's no blue bits left anyway because I like it so much. Yeah, another winner, and it is changing in the glass. There's evolution, but it is quite delicate. It's not smacking me in the face, and it's dry, but it's got a richness from the fruit that makes it balanced and delicious. Okay, good stuff, very good stuff. So there you go. That was my first tasting of Raison d'Être 2018 from Ross-on-Wye, Albert and Dave. Another cracking job from them. Very, very happy that I'm going to be able to drink the rest of this. But 8.4 again, and it does not feel 8.4. It does not in any way, shape or form feel 8.4. It is a dangerous drink in that regard. Oh, there's so many of the ciders from these guys. They're really delicious. They're really quaffable. They're really refreshing and stimulating. So you want to drink it. And then you look at the ABV and you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to fall over tomorrow. But you know what? I find that these are quite pure products. There's very little additives to them. There's not really any additives whatsoever to them. And actually the next morning, I don't seem to suffer so much. It's a fact. I think things with like nutted sulfites and so forth just are so much easier on you the next day. Which means you can drink so much more, which is obviously a great thing, isn't it? Okay, cool. Right, well, I'm not sure when I'm going to post this. Quite soon. I mean, if it's been released already, then I'll do it straight away, but otherwise I'll wait a few days. But anyway, on that note, I'd like to say thank you for joining me once again in my shed and watching me drink delicious cider. I wouldn't do it unless at least a few of you watch, and I know a few of you do watch, which is very, very humbling. So thank you very much. So, thank you, and until the next time, cheers.